Have you ever wondered how one of history's most feared conquerors began life in the humblest of circumstances? Let's step back in time to the dusty plains of Mongolia, where a boy named Temujin was born into the Borjigin tribe. This vast landscape, seemingly barren yet teeming with life, was the cradle of Temujin's early life. The Mongolian steppe, with its harsh winters and scorching summers, was a tough place to live. Yet it was here that the future Genghis Khan learned to survive. At a tender age of 9, Temujin's life took a dramatic turn. His father, a chieftain of the tribe, was poisoned by a rival clan, leaving young Temujin to shoulder the burden of leadership. However, life had other plans. The tribe abandoned him and his family, a cruel Mongolian custom reserved for the leaderless. The harsh reality of survival in the steppe was thrust upon him. Temujin, his mother, and his younger siblings were left to fend for themselves in this unforgiving terrain. They survived on rodents, roots, and the occasional fish from the icy rivers. The brutal environment honed him, hardened him, and gave him a resilience that would later define his rule. These early years of struggle marked the beginning of Temujin's transformation. His destiny wasn't to merely survive the steppe, but to conquer it. He learned to navigate the complex tribal politics, to forge alliances, and to fight not just with brute force, but with cunning strategy. This was the foundation on which the legend of Genghis Khan was built. Through the trials of his youth, Temujin learned to trust his instincts, to adapt and to overcome. He learned the art of survival, the importance of loyalty, and the power of sheer determination. So from these humble and brutal beginnings, Temujin began his journey towards becoming Genghis Khan, the fearsome leader we remember today. This narrative of resilience, survival, and transformation is a testament to the indomitable spirit of one of history's greatest conquerors. How does a young boy, abandoned by his tribe, rise to become one of the most powerful leaders in history? This is the story of Genghis Khan's rise to power, a tale of shrewd alliances and ruthless tactics. Born as Temujin, his early life was fraught with hardship and struggle. But these trials hardened his spirit, shaping the formidable leader he would become. His first step towards power was forming alliances with influential Mongol leaders, a move that not only bolstered his position, but also provided him with invaluable insights into the art of leadership. One such alliance was with Togrul, the Khan of the Karaites, who became a mentor to young Temujin. From him, Temujin learned the importance of diplomacy, of knowing when to extend an olive branch and when to brandish a sword. These lessons were instrumental in his journey to power. But alliances alone weren't enough. The Mongol tribes were fractured, scattered, constantly at each other's throats. Temujin saw the need for unity, for a single strong Mongol nation. And so, he set about uniting these warring tribes, not through force but through a shared vision of a stronger, more prosperous Mongol empire. His military strategies were innovative, his political tactics revolutionary. He introduced a meritocratic system within his army, where positions were awarded based on ability, not birthright. This fostered loyalty among his warriors, and with loyalty came discipline, and with discipline came victory. Temujin was not averse to using fear as a weapon either. His reputation for ruthlessness was well known, and often tribes would surrender without a fight, choosing the mercy of submission over the certain death of resistance. And so, through a combination of strategic alliances, innovative military strategies, and ruthless tactics, Temujin had transformed himself into Genghis Khan, the ruler of all Mongols. This was no small feat for a boy once abandoned by his tribe, a testament to his indomitable spirit and unyielding ambition. So, through a combination of strategic alliances and ruthless tactics, Temujin had transformed himself into Genghis Khan, the ruler of all Mongols. What set Genghis Khan apart from other leaders of his time, enabling him to conquer vast territories? Well, let's delve into the military tactics that made Genghis Khan a name that still echoes through the annals of history. Genghis Khan, a visionary in his own right, revolutionized warfare with his innovative strategies. One of his most effective tactics was the use of cavalry. His Mongol warriors, skilled horsemen from their youth, were adept at swift strikes and quick retreats, often leaving their enemies confounded and disoriented. Their ability to shoot arrows with deadly accuracy while in full gallop was a game-changer on the battlefield. This mobility and speed of the Mongol cavalry made them an unpredictable and formidable force. But Genghis Khan's genius didn't stop at his cavalry's prowess. He was also a master of psychological warfare. He understood the power of fear and used it as a weapon to weaken his enemies. Stories of his brutal conquests preceded his arrival, spreading terror among his adversaries. Often cities would surrender without a fight. Such was the fear that the name of Genghis Khan instilled. He was also a pioneer in meritocracy within his army, promoting soldiers based on their skills and achievements rather than their lineage or social status. This ensured that his army was led by the most competent and motivated warriors, fostering loyalty and driving his troops to give their best in every battle. These tactics, combined with his knack for adopting and adapting the best practices from the cultures he conquered, made Genghis Khan's army an unstoppable force that swept across Asia and Europe. His strategies were not only effective, but also far ahead of their time, influencing military tactics for centuries to come. Thus, Genghis Khan's innovative military tactics not only led to his great conquests, but also forever changed the way warfare was conducted. His strategies, rooted in mobility, fear and meritocracy, were pivotal in creating one of the largest empires the world has ever seen. Genghis Khan, a ruthless conqueror, also had a surprisingly progressive attitude. How so? You may wonder. Let's delve into that. While Genghis Khan is often painted as a bloodthirsty invader, he was in many ways a forward-thinking leader when it came to matters of religion and governance. Despite his reputation for brutality, he was known for his religious tolerance, a trait that wasn't common among leaders of his era. He believed that everyone had the right to practice their own faith freely, and this policy was extended throughout his vast empire. Genghis Khan himself was known to have consulted Buddhist monks, Christian missionaries, Muslim imams, and even shamans. This religious tolerance helped him win the hearts of his subjects and maintain peace within his diverse realm. When it came to governance, Genghis Khan proved himself to be an effective and fair ruler. He established a merit-based system where individuals were promoted based on their abilities and achievements, not their lineage or social status. This was a radical departure from the prevalent norms of the time, where aristocratic birthright usually dictated one's position. Genghis Khan's system allowed talented individuals to rise through the ranks, fostering a sense of loyalty and dedication among his followers. Moreover, Genghis Khan was a pioneer in legal matters. He established a written code of laws known as yasa, which applied to everyone in the empire, including himself. The laws were simple and clear, addressing everything from theft and murder to hunting and environmental protection. This creation of a uniform legal system fostered a sense of unity and order, further solidifying his control over the empire. In these ways, Genghis Khan demonstrated a surprisingly progressive attitude for his time, which played a significant role in his ability to maintain control over his vast empire. His approach to religion, governance, and law was innovative, and it allowed him to foster unity and loyalty among his subjects, while also ensuring the smooth operation of his expansive empire. How did the reign of the world's most formidable conqueror come to an end? The year was 1227. And Genghis Khan, the man who had turned the Mongol tribes into a formidable world power, was in his 60s. The circumstances surrounding his death are shrouded in mystery, with tales ranging from injuries sustained in battle to a fall from his horse. Regardless of the cause, his death marked the end of an era. Following his demise, Genghis Khan's empire did not crumble. In accordance with his wishes, his empire was divided among his sons, each inheriting a khanate. The Mongol Empire, at its zenith, stretched from Eastern Europe to the Sea of Japan, from Siberia to the Indian subcontinent. Despite the division, the empire continued to thrive and expand under the rule of his successors. But the death of Genghis Khan had a profound impact on the Mongol Empire. The unity that he had cultivated began to fragment, as internal conflicts arose among his heirs. The vast empire was too diverse, too vast to be governed centrally. It was Genghis Khan's charisma and leadership that held it together, and without him, the empire began its slow but inevitable descent into fragmentation. Yet even in death, Genghis Khan's influence persisted. His revolutionary military strategies continued to be studied and used. His establishment of the Silk Road facilitated trade, cultural exchange, and the spread of technology between the East and the West. His legal code, the Yasa, set a precedent for law and order in the empire, influencing legal systems for centuries to come. So even as the Mongol Empire began to splinter, the legacy of Genghis Khan lived on. His story, from a destitute child to the ruler of the largest contiguous empire in history, continues to captivate the world. His influence reaches far beyond the boundaries of his empire, shaping the course of world history. So, even in death, Genghis Khan left a lasting impact on the world, his legacy continuing long after his demise. What key points can we take away from the life and achievements of Genghis Khan? From the windswept plains of Mongolia, a child was born into a world of hardship and strife. This child, destined to become Genghis Khan, would rise from these humble beginnings to shape the world in ways that still echo today. His life story serves as a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, demonstrating that greatness can emerge from even the most challenging circumstances. Genghis Khan's rise to power is a tale of strategic brilliance, unyielding determination, and diplomatic finesse. He united the fragmented Mongolian tribes, creating a formidable force that would come to dominate vast swathes of Asia and Europe. His leadership was marked by an unerring ability to inspire loyalty and a keen understanding of the intricate dynamics of power. As we delve into the military tactics of Genghis Khan, we see a leader who was not just a conqueror, but also an innovator. His use of psychological warfare, mobility, and surprise attacks were revolutionary for his time, setting the standard for future military strategists. His charisma and tactics enabled him to command an army that would carve an empire stretching from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. Genghis Khan's attitude towards others paints a complex portrait of a man who was both feared and respected. A ruthless warrior, yes, but also a progressive leader who championed meritocracy, religious tolerance, and trade. His empire became a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and innovations, contributing significantly to global development. The end of Genghis Khan's era marked the culmination of an extraordinary life, leaving behind a legacy that transcends centuries. His empire eventually fragmented, yet the impact of his rule endured, influencing everything from trade routes to cultural exchanges, from warfare tactics to political structures. And so Genghis Khan, a man of humble beginnings, rose to create an empire that shaped the world as we know it today.